As women, we are being conditioned from a very young age to do everything for the male approval, the male gaze, to make sure that whatever you do, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you look like, that you make sure that as many men as possible like you, love you, think you're cute, sweet, soft, and feminine. We have been conditioned from a very young age to make sure that all the men on this planet want to marry you. And this may sound a little bit crazy, or this may sound a little bit odd, but if you think about it, if you think about yourself, what are all your insecurities about? Why do you not love yourself completely? It has everything to do with the fact, the idea that you are being likable, that you are being attractive, that you are being suitable to wed. And this is because we live in a very oppressive, patriarchal society, a society and systems that were made by men for men, a society and systems that were made to suppress the most powerful aspects of a woman. And these aspects do not have anything to do with how pretty you are, how soft you are, how well you can say yes and nod and please and do everything man asks of you, or do everything everybody asks of you. If you really understand this concept, then you can finally start from today on to free yourself from this male gaze, to free yourself from this patriarchal idea, gender role of what it means to be a woman. And then you will finally find your inner strength, your inner power as a woman. You will finally find who you truly are, your authentic self. You will finally find your truth, your anger, your boundaries, your preferences, your dreams, your visions. You will finally find your information, your little key, your piece of the puzzle to collective healing, to collective transformation. You will finally find and root yourself in the enormous strength and power that a woman is and has. Because we have been stripped of our power because of the system and the conditioning and the religions and the patriarchy we are living in already from a very young age. We have been conditioned to suppress our anger. We have been conditioned to not speak up, to be gentle, to be kind, to always smile. We have been conditioned and taught to be helpless and powerless in some way because of that. And because of that, we have more anxiety, more insecurities, and we feel weak while deep down inside we aren't that weak. And when we finally, as women, start to understand that we are living in an oppressive patriarchal system that has been suppressing us or oppressing us from a very young age, and when we understand and dare to let go of doing things for the male gaze or the male approval, then we will free ourselves in such a way that we finally find the strength to speak up, to share our art, to share our wisdom, to share our point of view, to set boundaries, to say no. Women have a very good internal radar for things that aren't right. We know when things do not feel or are right. When we get into contact with our anger, our healthy anger, our intuition, our gut feeling, our belly, we know that things that we see and feel that give us an unpleasant or uncomfortable feeling, we know that some things aren't right, and then we finally dare to speak up. But we have to get into contact with that inner strength, that inner power again, by freeing us from the male gaze, from doing things for male approval. We have to step out of his story. We have to step out of the stories that men have been telling us and teaching us at school, at our churches, in our families. We have to start with creating our own stories, our own herstory or history. We have to start and create our sisterhood again. We have to start and feel that the female or the feminine wisdom is different than that of the man's. We have to start with stepping into our true, full potential and creative power. We have to start with speaking our truth and listening to our anger. We have to dare to not be a pleaser anymore, to not say yes when we feel no. We have to learn how to step out of patriarchy, out of the male gaze, out of male approval, out of man's history, out of man's stories, out of this man's world, Not by being angry at them or hating them. That's not what I mean. I love men. I honor them. But what I want you to understand as a woman is that there is so much more inside of you than what you have been taught from a very young age. And you have been stripped of your power. You keep on stripping yourself of your power when you try to conform to the male gaze, to do everything for the male approval, to believe the stories that when you age, you lose power and beauty and wisdom. When you age, you gain power, wisdom, clarity, strength. And we need those women who are standing in their power, in their strength, who dare to speak up, who are their authentic self, who stop with doing things for the male gaze or the male approval, who understand that they are being sexualized from a very young age and who dare to step out of that sexualization and to finally step into their true power. We need those women. This is what the true mother is, the true crone is, the true intuitive wise woman is. And this energy is what our planet so desperately needs. This is the energy that we need to collectively heal ourselves from all those centuries of trauma cycles, trauma bonds, emotional wounds, abandonment wounds, shame, guilt, fear. We need the wise mother, the crone, the warrior, the strengthful and powerful, courageous woman in her power, in her own story, in her version of history. Out of patriarchy, out of the standards and the conditionings of patriarchy and the systems we are living in. Out of the male gaze, out of the male approval, letting go of man's advice, man's stories, and starting with creating our own together. This is what will free us, get us back in our power, and that is what the world needs. That is what will heal the world. It's women. Women are going to save us. Hi there, my name is Myrthe Glasbergen. I'm the founder and owner of Beyond Psychology, and I'm also a psychologist, coach, intuitive singer, and creator. And away from traditional talk therapy and coaching, I have created tools for mental well-being with healing music, poetry, spoken word, voice healing, and song that help you to reduce stress, overcome anxiety, regulate and master your emotions, and heal your suffering at the root. And if you want to work on the topic of this video or on the topic of one of my other videos, you can do this in 3 ways. You can work one-on-one with me, just check the link below. You can also check my web shop where I have gathered all my tools for healing, meditations, somatic exercises, visualizations, and healing music. And you can subscribe to my membership and online platform. It will give you access to all of my tools at once. And you can now check it out for 5 days for free. Check the link below, start your free trial, and heal your suffering at the root. Thank you for being here and have a nice day.